We're going to use the DAVERAGE function to go ahead and average values in our database based on criteria that we set. DAVERAGE stands for database average. Now, before we get started, I've done a couple of things to make it a little bit easier for us. The first thing that you'll notice is I have copied my header row here and placed it above. I've left a few blank spaces here. This is where we're going to set our criteria. I have also named our range here. I've taken our database, I've selected it and named it data so that it's easier for us to use it in our formula. And I have also, you may have seen this just already, you selected to apply a freeze pane here on the first row. Now, to learn more about things like naming ranges and freeze panes, check out our other videos about those. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we are going to start here, and what we want to do is get the average cost per fish based on different criteria, species, breeder, things like that. We're going to start here because this is where we want our answer, and we will go to the Formulas tab. Now, we're going to go here to the big Insert Function button, and in the categories it opens up to all. Now, this is all the functions that we have available to us, and I can scroll down through here. They're listed alphabetically, and I can find DAVERAGE right there. Or I can look in my categories and choose the database category. Obviously, the DAVERAGE is a database function, and there it is. It's the very first one. So that's what I want. I'm going to choose OK. It opens up my function arguments, which is where I'm going to enter in the function arguments for my function here, for my formula. So database is either the name of our database, which is what we're going to use because I've already named that range data, and you'll see this is giving me the first row of my database, or I could click and drag and select the entire range. But like I said, it's a little bit easier to do this if you've already named the range. Field. Now, field, like it says, it's either the label of the column in double quotation marks or a number that represents the column's position in the list. Excel is trying to find the data that you want it to average, and it's here in column D. So I could either go ahead and type in cost per fish in quotation marks, that'll work, or I can use the column number, and they are numbered left to right, 1 through whatever. So column A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, D is 4. I'm going to put in the number 4 for my field, just because it's easier than typing that whole name in. Criteria. Now, the criteria here, we need to tell it what we're doing. Well, we haven't specified our criteria yet, so I'm going to cancel here. And in my species, I will pick tetra. Tetras, that's what we want. And we'll go back in here. And this time I'm going to go to Insert Function down here. It's the same as using it up here. DAVERAGE, and like we said, our database is data. The field was 4. The criteria, and I like to click and drag, but I could type in the range B1 through B2. And we'll see already $2.99 is the average price that we paid for all of the tetras. Now, what if we want to go ahead and expand that, or I should say we want to narrow that field down? Let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's add another criteria. Let's pick a breeder. Let's see how much the average cost of tetras from Gild's goldfish was. So we need to open up our, well, here we could do two things. We could either delete this formula and do it again, or we can open it up. And to open it up, I select that cell and click here on the insert function again. See, it gives me the function arguments for that same formula. I'm going to delete my criteria because that's what's changed, and I will select my new criteria. And we'll see that my cost per fish of tetras from Gild's goldfish is $2.92. Pretty simple. And we can go ahead and we can add more and more things. Let's do this again. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's change, and when I hit my enter, see that? By changing the criteria, because I used the cell reference here instead of typing in something like tetras or barbs, it went ahead and automatically updated that for me. Pretty cool, huh? Makes it real easy to have this be very flexible. All right, we're going to do one more thing. Let's say, well, what the heck? Let's add barbs and tetras back in to the equation. We will add more criteria this way. Let's escape out of that. Insert our average. Change our criteria once more, like that. And we see that the average cost per fish of barbs and tetras combined from Gill's Goldfish was $2.35. And that's our D average. Thanks. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. For more great Microsoft Office tutorials, subscribe to TrainSignal's YouTube channel, TrainSignal Office. Or you can visit www.trainsignal.com for more information regarding our complete Microsoft Office training library.